and welcome to this Java tutorial brought to you by Tech Tutorials by Kyle. Today we will be dealing with primitive data types. And here are the 8 primitive data types right here. We have byte, short, int, and long, which are used for integer or whole numbers. We have float and double, which are we use for decimal numbers. We have char, which contains information about one character, and we have boolean, in which we can store a true or false value. Now here is a table that shows the different amounts, the size, and the range. Now, choosing between the different types should be a matter of range, never a matter of memory, because we are talking about bits here, and bits is a very, very minuscule form of measurement for memory. So, if we are going to use a whole number and say it's 1.8 billion, then we are going to use the type int. And if we are using a decimal, well, what I recommend is that you always use double, because it has the most precision. Whenever I'm programming, the two most common types I use are int and double. You really should never have to use float, and you should really only have to use long if you need that big of a number. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to initialize a variable. You type the type int, the name of the variable, which can never start with a number, equals, and then the value, we'll say 8, semicolon. And now it's just giving me a warning that the variable isn't used, but we shouldn't have to worry about that right now. Say if we want to do a decimal, then we would go double decimal equals 0.89 semicolon. Okay. Now say we wanted to do a boolean, so we would go boolean test is equal to true. Okay. Now that's one way to do it. Say you wanted to initialize several variables of the same type. Here's one way to do it. You type in the type, and then say the first variable, comma, space, next variable, comma, space, next variable, and so on, and then end it with semicolon. And then later on in the program, I can assign values to these variables. Okay, those are the two main types. I think there's other ways to do it, but those are the only two ways I use. In fact, I hardly even ever use this way. I just use the single like this. It's a lot easier to read when you come back to it. It's just a lot easier for humans. Alright, that should just about wrap it up for the primitive types. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or send me an email, and I will get to you. Thank you.